What's up, guys? Welcome to day 128 of Grinding Until I Become a Millionaire. I'm filming this the day after 128 because I was so tired last night. I don't know, man. It's like more life drama. I'm telling you guys. A few weeks ago I talked about how like my ex and I broke up like a lot, it's like on and off and shit. And we have this lease together. And sometimes she stays here, sometimes she doesn't. And it's just like, the inconsistency is so draining because like sometimes we're friends and sometimes we're not. And like my whole motto before we got together was, I was like, I got to build a business. I got to create a life that I want to live. I don't want to be stuck waking up every day to go to my 9-to-5 job to support a family that I didn't really want in the first place, and like go to this job that I don't really want to be in the first place, but I'm just there because I need to pay the bills and come home from work, and just like I do not want that life. And my last serious relationship prior to this one was like, I feel like that's the direction it was headed. Like we were both pretty young, but we were together for a long time, and I wasn't sure if that's what I wanted, and she wanted to have a family, and I wasn't ready for that. Like I want to build a life, and I'm okay with having a family. Don't get me wrong. I'm totally okay with having a family once I'm in a position that I can actually give my kids a good life. Like I don't want to bring kids into this world and then give them like a shitty poverty life. And again, nothing wrong with anybody who's doing that, but like we have the choice. And so maybe I'll never have kids, but I feel like for me, I would feel better as a parent and as a person if I was able to give my kids a good life. And I know I can't do that while I'm struggling to give myself a good life. You know what I mean? Like there's just a lot of things that I need to do on my own before I can make that commitment and step up and do what I need to do to be a family person. And so like, and again, I'm okay with dying alone. I am totally okay with that. I'm already come to peace with it. That's fine. That's cool. But I think it could be more fulfilling with a family if done right. And so anyway, that was my whole thing. And that whole thing didn't work out. And anyway, so I was single for like, I don't know, 3 years, 4 years, like quite a long time, because I needed to focus on building my brands and getting myself out of the rat race and like just building a life for myself. That was my main focus. And then I met this girl and I was like, oh, she's pretty cool. Like, I feel like we could build something together, or like she would be a big supporter to what I'm trying to build. Like, I feel like there's two kinds of people, right? Like there's energy givers and there's energy takers. And if you're around the energy takers all the time, you're going to be drained. So with that being said, I was like, yeah, this could be cool. And so we tried it out, and then it did not work. And I think I had too much riding on the fact that it was going to work out, or like I had an expectation of what was going to come out of that, and that just wasn't the reality. And so anyway, now we're in this lease and we're trying to figure things out, but it could be worse, I guess. Anyway, I've been so drained the last couple days, and I feel like that inconsistency has a lot to do with it. Sorry, dog's right here, so I've got to sit like this. I'm sure it looks stupid as hell on video. Anyway, so yeah, 128 today, day 128, grinding till I become a millionaire, trying to build that life that I was just talking about where I can have a family and stuff. Or just be happy and do what I want when I want. I think, was it Tim Ferriss posted that on Threads or on Twitter or whatever, and he said like becoming a millionaire and becoming rich is less about how much money you actually have and how much you control your W's. What you do, when you do it, who you do it with, and I think where you do it. I think those are the 4 W's that he said. And I really like that concept, because a lot of times we have like a monetary goal, right? Like we're looking like $1 million or billionaire, whatever. And I think you can be very happy with $100,000 a year if you live on your own terms. And I've tried to live my life like that. Even just building this passive income from YouTube like allows me to work real job less and have more time to do the things that I want to do. And that's been very nice. This year's been hard because it's just been affiliate sales have come down, more expenses living here in Phoenix and just other shit. But trying to build my life in that way has always been a goal. And I think the way that Tim put it in that tweet was very eloquent. So that's what I'm working towards. Yesterday, or the day before, on day 127, I talked about TikTok Shop, how I got that set up, how I got my first sale. If you guys watch far enough back, I think on 125, I talked about day 125, talked about starting it and how I was going to play it out and try it. Sorry. And God damn it. Sorry, pup. And so anyway, I got a sale on day 127. I got a few sales. I made like $28 from TikTok affiliate. And then yesterday, I think I made another 18, I want to say, or, 127, I made 18-ish. And that's been cool, man. That's been super cool. Got affiliate sales from bike stuff, got TikTok affiliate sales, got YouTube income. Like, for day 128, it's been pretty decent passive income. I'm not going to lie. Then that's been great if I can just keep making that sustainable. What I talked about yesterday was how I wasn't sure if the TikTok stuff would be sustainable, because it seems like you get an influx of views when a video is popping off and you're not building a brand around it. You're pretty much just making videos that may or may not get views and may or may not get sales. And then once they quit getting views, you're obviously going to quit getting sales. And you're not building it in an SEO friendly way. You're just building it in a way that purely relies on the algorithm. So it's a little, weird, but the day that it really popped off, I had two videos that were pretty much the exact same video get a ton of views. Yesterday, on day 128 today, I guess, I went to Walmart and I bought the oil pulling stuff that's also on TikTok Shop, oil pulling stuff, and made videos about that, made videos about an air purifier, and 0 views, like no views at all. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? Did I get flagged? Did the two videos getting over 10,000 views put my account in this segment where people expect these kind of videos, or where TikTok only pushes these kinds of videos? Because yesterday I hardly got any views on the videos that I posted, none, less than day one. Even on day one, I posted videos that got a few thousand views but no sales. I'm not even getting in the hundreds. So I'm not sure what's going on. I feel like something got flagged, and I don't know, maybe my account shadow banned. Maybe it'll just be a couple days, then things will happen. I'm not sure. It's kind of stressful, but I still got some affiliate sales, so we won't worry about it too much. And so far today's the next day, I've gotten one sale from a video. So we'll just see what happens. I'm not going to have high expectations. I'm just going to keep posting videos, a few videos a day, and carry on, just keep making the videos and keep moving along and see what happens, because I'm just testing it out, and I've made some money from it. So that's pretty cool. Happy with that. Now, I spent a lot of the time today working on my marketing website. I've got that pretty much finished. I just need to add stuff to the portfolio and actually start to work with people. So I have this girl I work with. I love her. She's like my best friend, best work friend. She does eyelashes, just not my thing at all. But I want to help her a little bit with her website, social media marketing, stuff like that. And then I have something for a portfolio, and I want to start building that up and start building connections so that I can start doing it. I also told you guys yesterday I was listening to Tim Ferriss interview Noah Kagan. So it's AppSumo, founder of AppSumo. And this is the book that he wrote. It's called $1 Million Weekend: The Surprisingly Simple Way to Launch a 7-Figure business in 48 hours. And I'm not, I love books. I have a hard time staying disciplined and reading all of them. And that's what I need to be better at, is just keep reading every single day, no matter what. But in the interview, the way he broke things down and had different exercises was good. It was very well done. Very good interview, very good, well spoken. He seems a little salesy, a little slimy And yeah, a little salesy, but you know what? I bought it, so he got my ass good, and we're going to figure it out, because a lot of the things that he talked about, a lot of the concepts is like, look, like I talked about it yesterday. I'm like, I need to build a plan. I need to build a list of people that I'm going to sell to. I need to build a checklist. I need to get stuff on the website for testimonials. I need to build another brand that highlights different businesses so that I can get, like, I just created 6 months of work for myself before I even get started. And he's like, dude, you can get your first sale. You can get your first dollar before you have any of that. It's like simple. Just fucking ask. And I'm like, God damn it. And we all know that, right? Like, we all know that, but we don't do it. It is that simple. It really is. And then you can kind of pivot and build in a certain direction. But I think it's really important to highlight, where do you want to go? And then just start, man. Just start with the real stuff that actually matters, and start asking people, start building connections, and start, just start moving. So about the book, I want to learn a little bit more about what he has to say. And I think on the back, it's kind of funny. It's like, you will learn why you don't need to read another book, watch a video, or spend a single cent before making your first dollar. How to master a customer-first approach to generate more business ideas than you know what to do with. How to find your freedom number to make entrepreneurship risk-free. And how I make time to run a $70 million business, a YouTube channel, a blog, while traveling, working out, and living the life of my dreams. God damn, that sounds good. But that's like, a lot of people think that, like, maybe if I just read this book, then it'll start working for me. Or maybe if I watch this YouTube video, it'll find the secret sauce. Like, I've watched all of them. I've read hundreds of books. And to be fair, like, I did get started and I have built a couple different things. But when I think about adding another thing onto what I'm doing, it just gets more, I need to scale back on the other things that I'm doing. That's what I need to do. I need the ones that aren't bringing in a good amount of money. I think where they're at, I'd like to sustain them, and that's it. I think I'm at peace with that. I'm at peace with that. My life would be a lot more fun. Like, I built this brand around a passion of mine and as a hobby, and I don't get to go enjoy it as much anymore because I'm so caught up in the business side of it. And that's a big issue that I think a lot of people run into when they build a passion project, is like, I love this thing, but now I'm spending too much time working on it and not actually doing it, that it's not as fun to me anymore. And that's something that I definitely ran into. And so if I just move in a different direction, I think that passion and that hobby will still be there for me to actually enjoy, without making it just like without it feeling like a job or a chore. So I still have to think about it more and like talk myself into it, because it's something I love doing, and I don't want to shoot myself in the foot, but I also know I could do pretty well with whatever I decide to do. So I'll be working on that. Talk to the apartment people, and can move out of this 2-bedroom into a 1-bedroom without having to break the lease. So we talked about breaking the lease a lot, maybe a week ago, and what that would look like. Like, each of us have to pay $1,800 to break it. And that's a good amount of money. But then I could move back to New Mexico where it's cheaper, or I could do other things. But I really want to stay here. I want to stay here. I want to make it work. I don't want to take the easy road. Like, I just want to stay here and make it work. And so if I move into a 1-bedroom, it's like $1,570. We pay $18 for this 1,100 square foot 2-bedroom. I'll pay $1,870 for a 750 square foot 1-bedroom. That's nice. But I'm going to try and get one on the first floor that has a little patio for her to be on. And I think she will enjoy that a lot more, and it'll be worth it. Like, I'll just fucking figure it out. I'll pick up a couple extra shifts to make the money. Like, it's not the end of the world. And a big one. I'm so hyped about this. Yesterday I transferred $1,200 from one of my accounts. I paid off one of my credit cards, and that feels good. I don't know why. Like, it sucks because I had $1,200 there. Now I don't, but I also don't have that debt. And so that feels really good. And I could just keep building that up and pay off my debt and get that done with. My credit score is going to jump up after that, because it's like my payments are good. Everything's good on my credit score except my history, because I've only had credit for like 3 years, and my my debt utilization is bad because it's like 100% or something. Like, everything's maxed out, and that's not good. But as I pay those off, it'll be better. So I was this close to doing like a consolidation thing where I guess like I called or talked to the guy about it, and I was like, what, this is kind of fucked up. It's like all you do is you connect with these people and you pay them monthly. You pay them less. So like my overall payment, I think on my credit cards is like $500-$600 a month. My minimums. It's crazy. Yeah, about $5. My minimums. So you connect with these people and they're like, okay, well now you just pay us a flat $250 or a flat $300, and we negotiate with the credit companies. You don't give them any money. We negotiate with them and we pay it off like 50 cents on the dollar, and they keep the extra 20 cents, something like that. And it's good business model, good for them. And that would make sense if I was at the point where I literally couldn't make my payments and put aside extra money. But fortunately, I didn't get myself in that much of the hole. I can still make my payments and put aside money to pay it off. Like I have a plan. Because he's like, oh yeah, you'll take a hit. Your credit score will take a hit at first, but after you finish the program in 3 years, it'll probably be back up to normal. And I'm like, 3 years? Because you're going delinquent on all of your accounts. That's why. You're like, you just quit paying them, you go delinquent, and you give these people your money instead, and then they pay it off with the money that you've given them. And I'm sure that's a fine thing for some people, like I said, who are in a really tight position, and would be nice to save that much extra money a month, but I'm gonna do it without them and not take the big hit on my credit score, because my credit's not that, like 600 something. Right under 650, which I'd like to be. I was up around 7 for a while until I kept adding credit cards. So anyway, we'll get back there on my own without these guys taking my money and going delinquent on my accounts. So annoying. But anyway, I think that's about it. I did all that, planned a little bit, TikTok shop. So yeah, that's day 128. Today, day 129, I've got to go to work and try and make more money on TikTok. We'll see how that goes. But appreciate you guys hanging out with me and this cute dog. We will see you tomorrow for day 129. And I'll let you guys know what I think about this book. I'm excited to read it. I'm excited to start the marketing stuff and just go all in. Man, I'll make so much money. You guys are going to see. You'll watch this video. You'll be like, holy shit. He talked about making so much money, and now he's making so much money. So, all right. We'll see you guys tomorrow.